So my name's now Colton Morgan. It used to be Eric Morgan, but I already had a character named Eric, so can't really be him again because they have different last names. So I'm going to be president of the United States, and I was on my way to my inauguration when all of a sudden we spontaneously went from driving down the roads of DC to in the middle of a forest in wherever the heck this is. Seattle. Well, not Seattle, but in that area. And then my Secret Service, they all just disappeared, and I think they probably just left and went to a McDonald's or something, because they're all probably super lovers anyways. So, anyways, the deal with that is in my world, there's lots of weird stuff happening, like you can be walking down the street, and all of a sudden Tyrannosaurus Rex comes down the road shooting lasers out of his eyes, and that used to be a major problem, that sort of stuff happening. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of vigilante superheroes started showing up. But as is inevitable with all superhero epics, there will eventually be a government installation which is anti-superhero, and this is more prominent in the population in my universe, in that you're talking too much. No. My character was a Republican senator from, I'm pretty sure, Utah. I decided some state that sounded like it would be really senatorly. And then I decided to run for president on the platform that I would eliminate all of the renegade supers who were destroying the country's moral integrity by sneaking around wearing masks and not showing anyone who they were, because how do we know that they're really good guys and not actually kidnapping children in their sleeps? And we would never know because they're superheroes and we don't prosecute them for running around in capes with small children. So the Republicans apparently really like superheroes, and so I left the Republican Party because that's a logical thing to do. Don't change your platform, just leave your party. And I started my own party called the Safe Streets Party. Somehow we raised enough money to get on the ballot in all 50 states, and I won by about 5%, beating my opponent, Victor Snow, in Out Super, who's actually pyrokinetic, by those 5%. And I will be president tomorrow if my Secret Service shows up and gets me back to DC. Apparently now my Secret Service is the Fern guy. So, my name's Liz Parker, and I came to TeenWrite because I had exhibited a vague talent with writing, so my mom, as with all other things, said, "Hey, we should go to a summer camp." And my mom found a summer camp for teens at the Bellevue Community College. No, just the Bellevue College, which doesn't sound as good. And she signed me up. I'm pretty sure it was setting. And Catherine Grace Bond, she was the teacher, and it was pretty awesome, because she wasn't like some other teachers that I had who were just, "Okay, write, and I'll tell you how much it sucks," which is kind of not very much fun for me. And so I enjoyed it. And then my mom was like, "Hey, she does this other thing that she does, and I signed you up for it. It's called TeenWrite." "Mom, can't you ask me?" "No, you're doing TeenWrite. It'll be fun. You need to get friends, and it'll be active." "Mom, I don't like people." "You're going." "Okay, Mom." And that was the fall TeenWrite before last fall TeenWrite. And I played a really ditzy psychic. I like TeenWrite because everyone here is a total badass. Also, because most of school for me in elementary, middle school was me being that creepy kid that sits next to the wall at recess and doesn't do anything because they wouldn't let me stay inside and read. And so I didn't have any friends, shocker. And so when I was in middle school and I came here, people actually talked to me, which was a new experience. And I enjoyed that, so I actually got to be a little bit more humorous than I was before, because before I was the random emo kid, and at TeenWrite I could be the really hyper kid, and people wouldn't look at me funny. And also because Addison was dressed as a tree. Why wouldn't you love that? So I think of TeenWrite as definitely expanding to other states, because A, I'm sick and tired of having to explain to all of my out-of-state friends, no, we're not crazy, we're a legitimate thing, wearing a cape, no, just don't call the police, okay, I'm not being kidnapped. Or spending 40 minutes on AIM explaining what TeenWrite is, because that takes forever. And also because it's super fun, and I want to make sure that no matter where I go, I'll still be able to do it in some manner. Probably staffing, because they don't let adults do TeenWrite. Well, not only have most of the plots that I used in TeenWrite gone into my folder for things that I'll do as soon as I finish my first story, you also actually do talk to the people at TeenWrite. It's not like other summer camps when you're like, oh, we'll stay in touch, and then you never talk to them again. I talk to everyone at TeenWrite online, and occasionally in person when we have one of our impromptu, hey, let's all go to Catherine's house and talk about how much fun TeenWrite is and how we can make it better. And eat pizza. That was pretty fun. You actually get to be yourself as opposed to being what everyone else envisions to be socially acceptable. Like, I showed up in aviator goggles one day to school and everybody looked at me funny, but here if I showed up in aviator goggles they'd be like, well, everyone has a pair of aviator goggles, don't they? I mean, he's got a giant hammer and they've all got capes, and it's pretty cool. Half of the fun of TeenWrite is seeing all the cool stuff that people can come up with, and also the cool shirts Aaron can come up with afterwards that nobody's gonna buy.
I bought one.
Actually.
Thank you.
You should all come to TeenWrite because it is the best thing since before sliced bread. Sliced bread doesn't even compare to TeenWrite. It's pretty much the awesomest thing that ever existed. I mean, even if they hadn't invented the wheel, we would probably be okay so long as we had TeenWrite, because it's pretty much the coolest thing ever.